It works and then stuff.
All right, so we're group 3.
Don't forget your timer.
I turned it on. So we're group 3, and we have 5 minutes, and I'm not sure that we'll need 5 minutes. We have a research tool, and what we're doing is we're using 2 government websites. We're using the House of Representatives version of the US Code, as well as Congress.gov. And our goal is was to write a program wherein we could insert a section of code or a finding from a simple search on this website. And the code would then do its electronic dance and result in links to any congressional reports that would be associated with that section of code. So it would go first, grab the public laws, the original public law and any amendments, draw up duplicates, which would happen to show up on the page. Then it would go to those public laws on Congress.gov as far back as it could go and report, and it would just report if it's an older public law than Congress.gov has that we couldn't find a report for this. Then from the ones there, it would report where it found one, provide a link to it, and if one wasn't found in association with one of those public laws, it would just say, not found. We think that the target audience for this would be law students writing either like an appellate brief or a law review article, or attorneys that say can't afford a rather expensive product like ProQuest Congressional, because it would automate that and do some of that legislative history tedium for you. So we're going to show you as far as we got. We didn't get to a user interface. We got a program that mostly works, and we're going to use like a fairly specific economic espionage example. We ran into problems with some of the websites, actually the ordinal numbers that we needed to describe. We didn't really get until later. But if you can see it, our program is going to eventually, after it goes back and forth and takes as much time as possible doing so, come up with links to House reports associated with this particular House and Senate reports associated with this particular section of code, if there are any. Okay, so here Python is taking over the browser, and so we'll, Here we go with on-the-fly tweaking. That's why it's important whenever you're writing a program to have the programmer present. Here again, hijacking the browser.
So we are just trying to reduce the number of steps. So first we search it, and then we go to one of the, I don't know what it call it exactly. So we just copy the link, and we don't need to go to the second website. We can just paste it here, and it will do the rest of the work. So now it will go to another website, and it's basically right now getting the public law from the bottom, and that public law taking to this Congress.gov, and here it selects the all actions, and in all actions it's picking whether the report is available or not. So if the report is available, then it will display the link of the report. So this is the output for that particular search. So we got linked to the report, this one, and for another public law 104294, no report found. So this is the sample output.
All right, so we're way over, and sorry about that, but thank you for bearing with us, and I believe now is the question and answer time.
My question is, have you thought about adding in FDSys and not just Congress.gov?
To find the reports? No, we hadn't considered that, but I don't see any reason why we couldn't do that. I do know that as far as finding the initial code section, the reason you use the House of Representatives website as opposed to FDSys is because FDSys requires a lot more information than the title and section number, because they have, as part of their URL, like chapter numbers and subchapter numbers and things of that nature, which would make it a lot harder to code. Whereas the US, you only need the title and section number. However, for the other end, we would just have to see how that would shake out. And also, just in future renditions of this program, we would hope to add like a way to do a simple search amongst the documents found, and also a Pong game. No. So I think that's it. Are there any more questions? All right, thanks a lot.